Will Sam Bankman-Fried be prosecuted and imprisoned for the failure of FTX? His personal ATM posing as the world's second-largest cryptocurrency exchange. Given the devastation caused by FTX's failure, it seems absurd to even pose the question. Yet, investigations, lawsuits, and court proceedings function in the purview of logic, not the roiling emotion. So nevertheless, in this video by CoinEngine, we'll be exploring a bit on this intriguing question. Will Sam Bankman-Fried ever go to jail? What do you think? Tell us in the comments. And before we begin, subscribe to CoinEngine and press the bell icon below to never miss any of the latest news. As it becomes evident that CEO Sam Bankman-Fried diverted customer assets from the exchange to patch losses in his faltering crypto enterprise, the astonishment over FTX's abrupt collapse has given way to rage. Nearly everything has been stated about Sam Bankman-Fried since the collapse of his crypto enterprise on November 11. His friends have referred to him as a criminal. They charged him with lying to the investors and clients of his hedge fund-turned-trading platform Alameda Research and his firm FTX. The new FTX CEO, in charge of the restructuring, John Ray, has harshly criticized the Bankman-Fried regime, claiming that the former trader and his two friends have failed on every level. In a 30-page document submitted to the District of Delaware's bankruptcy court, John Ray writes, "Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such a complete absence of trustworthy financial information as occurred here. Customers and investors will file civil lawsuits to collect what remains of FTX assets. Still, the Justice Department is also reportedly looking into the matter, raising concerns over whether it would pursue criminal charges and whether SBF will ever set foot inside a prison." Consequences of the fall. Regulators started investigations in the Bahamas and the US. It is where Bankman-Fried resides and where FTX was based. On November 12, the Bahamian police interrogated him. When users attempted to withdraw money from the site, they needed more liquidity, and FTX went bankrupt. It is believed that the $10 billion in customer assets that the founder of FTX shifted from FTX to Alameda Research caused the deficit. For the time being, he is still unconfined. FTX top 50 creditors are demanding $3 billion from the exchange. Millions of ordinary investors may never see their money back, yet he has yet to be charged. Ray claims that SBF obtained a $1 billion personal loan from Alameda. Additionally, the company provided personal loans totaling $543 million to Nishad Singh, the director of engineering at FTX, and $55 million to Ryan Salami, the co-CEO of FTX Digital Markets, a subsidiary of FTX. As a cryptocurrency exchange, FTX carried out orders on behalf of its customers, accepting their money and purchasing coins. As a custodian, FTX kept the client's digital currency. Then, through the trading division of its sister firm, Alameda Research, FTX exploited the cryptocurrency holdings of its clients to earn money by borrowing or market making. In the summer of 2022, FTX bailed out other crypto institutions with its borrowed money. FTT, the cryptocurrency FTX was issuing, was simultaneously being used as collateral on the company's balance sheet. Due to the concentration risk and the volatility of FTT, this exposure was quite significant. The interviews. Former prosecutor Randall Ellison was mentioned in a Fortune article as saying, "Mismanaging your company and losing a bunch of other people's money is not criminal. It happens all the time. For a criminal case, there has to be deception." Since FTX's demise, SBF has given many interviews, including ones to Bloomberg, Vox, and YouTuber Tiffany Fong. His most notable public appearances since he fell from billionaire to pauper were the NYT and ABC interviews, which his legal team plainly recommended him against. Still, they were by no means his first. SBF asserted his innocence and that he hadn't intentionally committed fraud while speaking via video conference at the New York Times Deal Book Conference. He did, however, assert that FTX was solvent the day before it went down. The most reckless media tour in history continued the following day when, inexplicably, SBF sat down in person with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos for his first broadcast interview since his Bitcoin business crumbled. SBF, who cannot stop engaging in routine acts of self-sabotage, is unquestionably a prosecutor's and defense attorney's fantasy, regardless of whether or not he is ultimately detained and convicted. The previous law firm representing him left the case on November 14 due to the numerous tweets he had published. Numerous U.S. law enforcement organizations have been investigating whether SBF's involvement in the demise of FTX amounted to criminal activity throughout this time. Due to his apparent inability to control his verbal diarrhea, prosecutors may have reams of potentially self-incriminating evidence against him if a case does get to trial. In the end, demonstrating intent will be the crux of any criminal case against SBF. Therefore, SBF's best defense seems to be to portray himself as a fumbling moron, to look to be the antithesis of a criminal mastermind. Nonetheless, we are no one to judge. What are your opinions on this historic facade in the crypto industry? Drop in the comments. For more informative news, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to CoinEngine.